Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome back to another episode of Deep Web Browsing. Weird things on the deep web. Really don't know what it's called, but frankly, looking at a site every week really took the luster out of it. But of course, coming across most websites nowadays, most linked lists, just putting on some of the most illegal material, has made coming up with some rather fun, cool content on the deep web require a bit more time. So I actually do want to do these more actively.
Another thing that happened recently, and I can't show any footage to you, but a YouTuber was murdered today on stream. I urge you not to look too far into the footage. It's everywhere, and it's not like you see anything super graphic, but there's really gross footage of people filming it and shit after the fact. I think in the next couple of days, we're gonna find out a lot more information about this. I think in the next couple of months, someone's gonna make an insane documentary about this. But from what I gather, there were two YouTubers locked in a dispute over copyright. Well, it wasn't over copyright. It was like a regular YouTube drama. And then I guess the guy and his girlfriend, I forgot his name right off the... Oh, Finny the Legend and his girlfriend Bubbly had gone on a trip to Vegas. So this other dude had started streaming himself driving around Vegas the previous day, saying like, you're going to come to my neighborhood and I'm not... I should be the first one that you're going to tell. Like the footage of him preempting this, planning out this murder, essentially, is all over the internet. But eventually... this guy and his wife are doing IRL streaming in the middle of Vegas with people walking by. And all of a sudden you can see him run up on them and she's like, oh, you get the f away, you get the f away. And all of a sudden he pulls a gun and just kills the YouTuber. We're talking like a 50K YouTuber and like a 4K YouTuber. These aren't like substantial content creators, but like, holy shit, dude. And then after that, the girl goes to pick up the camera, presumably to either film or get away, and he just puts a bullet in her too. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's insane. It's over a YouTube copyright dispute. I guess they were both at 2 strikes. They were striking each other. But like they were making comments about each other's wives and shit. It just escalated past like regular YouTube drama and became like a double homicide on the streets of on the fucking strip of Las Vegas. Apparently someone's saying death penalty. I think that does happen. Like that is something they have there. That I don't know, dude. It might be all 3 of them that end up going. It's crazy. Imagine like ruining your entire life over a fucking YouTube drama and taking 2 other people with you. Anyways, VidCon's next week. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I'm feeling super safe going to VidCon next week. Can't wait to meet all my favorite YouTube friends. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. That's not going to be the back of my mind the entire time I'm there. Nick, did you see the podcast that happened before this? Yeah, I saw some clips of it. I'm gonna be honest, we're probably not gonna dig too deep into this for a little while. I'll look at it more when there's gonna be like a YouTube documentary that lines up everything that happened. Right now, we're kind of in the preliminary stages. There's a bunch of clips being posted, but it's not really anything succinct and coherent, because obviously these people have only been fucking dead for 12 hours. So I think, I'll talk about it more when everything is lined up. We're not doing an investigation stream on a murder that happened in Las Vegas. There was one other thing on the intro docket. I don't remember
Nicholas DeOrio.
What exactly I was going to talk about. This clip of Muda is so crazy. Willie, have you seen this clip of Mutahar? Where he's in the middle of his apology video for buying a Nintendo Switch. He throws his hands up in the air and thanks God that he hasn't like committed a crime.
Right? There's a lot of things that a YouTuber can do that would be very illegal, very wrong, ethically, not even just legally, that I could sit down here and apologize for. And that is the only thing that I've really thanked God today for not doing. You know, I could apologize.
This guy had to go look up and thank a higher power that he hasn't like fucking, he hasn't like murdered somebody or something. Is that like not like the weirdest self-report you've ever heard? The guy looks like he looks up to the sky and thanks God every day that he wasn't born with the pedo gene or something. Like that's such, dude, this is why you don't ramble on OBS and upload whatever comes out. Like that's such a, dude, how did that get through post? That's such a crazy fucking statement. It's insane. Yeah, dude, I mean, I don't even be a dick about it. I don't think that Mudahar is like a fucking rapist or something, but he basically looked up to God and said, thank God I didn't rape. Dude, it's so weird, bro. I'm sorry. By the way, I was reading this thread. Do I have this thread here? talking about this. There was like people arguing in here in the middle of this thread, and they were like, "Yeah, oh, where was it? It was like, I heard this guy created an entire channel to spam about this guy, and that sent him over the edge." And the only thing I'm thinking in my head, and forgive me, is like, this is Jax Films on crack. You know what I mean? Like, this is the Jax Films Sniper Wolf discourse. If she was actually as dangerous as people thought.
Keffels appreciated the shout
Dude, like,
Muda did murder his credibility, though.
holy, like, because, you know, everyone was like, oh, Sniper Wolf is going to come to my house. I don't know what she's going to do. And it's like, this is like that, but like actually like a legitimate threat. I want to watch this Mudahar thing really quickly, and then honestly, we might just be done for the night. We might move the next stuff to Wednesday, because I've got like a growing backlog of shit to talk about, and I'm kind of beat. I don't really know how interesting the segment's going to be. We'll see how I feel after this, though, because I'm fucking shot right now.
Hello.
Well, I was beat when I started the stream. I'm sorry if I've been a little low energy today. I'm exhausted. All right, let's take a look here. Speaking of exhausted, we got Mr. Bags under the eyes, hasn't slept in 3 weeks here, who has uploaded a video. YouTuber gets shot over a copyright strike. We had talked about this earlier in the stream and kind of went over what had happened about it. Hey, you guys and gals, me, Mudahar again. Last night I was playing some games and checking out the internet right here on YouTube, and I saw something that I would have seen on the darker side of the internet. Petty internet beefs last night resulted in a YouTuber going out of their way to ruin their lives and others in a stunning showcase of the stupidest behavior I've ever seen on the internet. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Ooh, boy.
Hello, guys and gals. Would you ever like...
Dude, I can't believe he actually opens the video like that. This is like a fucking... This is like a homicide.
Hello, guys and gals. Would you ever, like, shoot somebody in the head over a copyright strike on YouTube? You know...
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Oh my... Dude, somebody fucking died. Ooh, boy, would you shoot somebody in the head over a copyright dispute? Ladies and gentlemen, today...
Hello, guys and gals. Would you ever, like, shoot somebody in the head over a copyright strike on YouTube? You know, if I flashbanged you just now, it's because I saw something last night that actually just, like, blew my...
Yeah, you flashbanged me because you don't have the red lighting. It's very bright in your room.
...my mind. I'm still actually trying to process what I've seen.
Dude, Mudahar sees gore on Twitter and he's like, I gotta tell somebody about this. I gotta tell somebody.
Hello, guys and gals. Would you ever, like, shoot somebody in the head over a copyright strike on YouTube? You know, if I flashbanged you just now, it's because I saw something last night that actually just, like, blew my mind. I'm still actually trying to...
Wait, dude, he just... I can't. It blew his mind. Really, Muda? Really? Did it really blow your mind, Muda? I actually fucking can't. This is psychotic. Dude, this guy's like drama YouTube slop or whatever, and he posts this.
Process what I've
No more drama YouTube slop. Anyways, guys, I saw this guy get shot in the head. It blew my mind.
seen. Now, I've tussled with a few personalities on this platform. I've had my arguments. I've had my fair share. I've covered things like false copyright strikes. You know what I mean? Like when we talked about things like quantum TV.
Dude, he's going crazy. Look, his beard is super unkempt now. It's just like fucking rip. His beard is trying to desperately pull itself off of his face.
You know, that was a goofy situation. You know, haha, let's kind of laugh at the stupidity of this one person who is blatantly abusing the
Dude, it blew my mind, bro. It splattered them all over the wall and shot my...
copyright system. Well, today I want to talk about a copyright troll that apparently not only lost a copyright dispute on YouTube, but in order to resolve it, allegedly shoots the guy that he was copyright striking and his wife over internet beef. Like, what is going on?
Bro, why do we have to be so fucking performative about this? Dude, wow! He shot his wife!
I don't even get it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me start off, okay? Last night, on Sunday...
I know, this is... Wait,
in the beautiful
dude, this guy's using the fucking B-roll.
city of Las Vegas.
This guy's got the B-roll. I can't, dude. This guy's gonna triangulate the location of the murder.
In the state of Nevada, in the country of the United States of America, there was people walking around the Bellagio.
I gotta be honest with you. I felt awkward talking about this before, but I can't help but laugh at this.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
I didn't think this was funny until I watched Mudahar make this video, and now I think this is literally, it has fucking destroyed my brain.
Casino. Now,
I
you've never been to
can't.
the Bellagio Hotel Casino, beautiful place, right kind of
Thanks, we needed the backstory on the
in
Bellagio.
the center of the ritzy side of the actual Las Vegas Strip. You know, where people go
Casino!
and they
Yeah.
gamble their money away and they have a good time and they get drunk on the streets. Yeah, there was a clip where, this person was just minding his own business, him and his wife, all right? And, they just end up getting shot in the head. So in this clip...
What the fuck? What kind of delivery was that, bro? What kind of fucking delivery was what, dude? Send this one out, please. Dude, I can't. I actually can't. I don't know what's happening. And he edited this video,
Nicholas
yeah.
DeOrio.
Keffels
Dude,
appreciated
I
the
can't.
shout out.
wife.
Dude, imagine you find out this way. Like, this is how you found out the story.
Yeah, there was a clip where, this person was just minding his
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Muta talking about homicide, upbeat joyful. Muta talking about buying a Switch 2, sad and regretful.
Yeah, I know. Dude, we watched another movie video 3 days ago where he
Nicholas
literally
DeOrio.
sounded like he was gonna fucking like...
Shout out.
He literally sounded fucking like he was depressed as shit because he bought a Switch 2, and now he's like giddy and upbeat about a guy getting shot in the head. It's so weird.
his own business, him and his wife, all right?
Wait, what?
A clip where, this person was just minding his own business, him and his wife, all right? And, they just end up getting shot in the head. So in this clip, a YouTuber known as,
Wait, he's pulling the clip up? There's no way he's gonna show the clip. There's no fucking way he's gonna show this clip. I feel like this is gonna get... Guys, I'm probably gonna blur it. I gotta be honest with you. YouTube occasionally does some shit where they, like, ID a video clip that they know is being posted all around the internet, and then they just fucking strike everybody. I think this video is going to get put on that kill list, and it's unfortunate. There's nothing you can do about it. They did it with, like, the EDP thing, where people who had just, like, screenshots of the EDP video, their videos went hard down. I don't think that this video is safe to watch. I think you have to blur this out or not show. I would not feel comfortable even showing a frame of this video, because I think they're going to just go through and mass delete these without really any care for who posted them.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
yes, Finney the Legend was just minding his own business.
Dude, the tone is insane. Finney the Legend was minding his own business, and then all of a sudden, an oopsie daisy happened, and his brains were leaking on the floor. Oh boy, me Mudahar here.
Finney the Legend, yes, Finney the Legend was just...
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
This is so weird.
Mood is so excited about this topic. Ian and Muda's minds are blown. Also new goal Nick. Also you're the GOAT.
Thank
That's
you.
all for now.
Thank you very much, buddy.
known as Finney the Legend. Yes, Finney the Legend was just minding his own business with his wife and gets shot right in the head. Now,
Dude, why does he keep saying it like that? Why does he keep saying it like that, dude? He just keeps fucking saying it.
obviously not gonna show you the clip of this happening. I'm not even gonna like bring this up. I'm not gonna present what happened.
He fucking did. He already pulled up the clip. Like, he didn't show the shooting, but he literally pulled up the clip already.
But I saw this happen last night, and I was...
It's open on his desktop. It's got, like, the scroll wheel. It's not even a screenshot.
His own business
Look.
with his wife and gets shot right in the head.
He literally... You can see the scroll wheel. It's literally open on his screen.
On the internet. And a year ago, there was one video posted. Look at what Sin City family, P. Manny and Julie, did to me. The copyright video. Remember, this is a whole year ago. And the thing about it is, this is also like...
Also, dude, you're right. You're right. This whole time he's doing this, he's got like a fucking Nintendo Switch and Xbox controller and a fucking Rogue Ally in the background of his thing. That's not the Switch 2, that's the original Switch. He's just like, there's just fucking video games littering his. It's like screaming like Linux, play me, please, please, just play the Steam Deck, please play the fucking Steam Deck, Muda. Don't make this video. Like his Steam Deck is talking to him like Black Noir's fucking pets are talking to him in The Boys season 2, where it's like, oh, what's going on? Oh, you're afraid? Why are you afraid of Soldier Boy? Only Soldier Boy is fucking like Noah Samson.
Beef that's been kind of long-standing. You probably didn't hear about it because it definitely flew way underneath the radar. So a lot of these videos are just kind of edited together with like CapCut or like some mobile application or something. And yeah, it's just these people having beefs. So you can see right over here, Finney actually won. And he actually did manage to counter-notify, and his videos ended up actually being restored.
By the way, it's not a win or a lose scenario. If you file a counter notification and that guy doesn't sue you, you win by default. That's why YouTubers lie to you about how good the copyright system is. You have to take a risk that somebody's going to sue you, but for the most part, and this is not fucking legal advice, they don't do it. So you don't do it against somebody who's got fucking money, right? But most of the time, that's what you do. I don't know. Most of the time, people just file counter notifications and get away with it.
But if you look closely, Finney the Legend received that copyright removal request for his video. And again, the video title here was "Who Said My Channel Going Away? TMC." Video title: P-Manny Nobody.
I keep thinking he's talking about Chud when he says Finney. Well, I don't. It looks like he's dyeing his beard, so I don't know.
He likes a liar.
We don't know how the hair situation's going under all that.
You didn't get any my super chats, stupid. So yeah, this is like all just beef between two entertainers showing us about the IRL worlds.
I've never seen Mudahar so excited to talk about YouTube drama. Literally, I've never, ever seen it.
Of Las Vegas. Now, the thing about all of this is Finney... Dude,
they cut away to Mudahar on a completely different microphone, laughing hysterically about this. Which, by the way, I don't have a problem if you're going to make a joke about people dying. Personally, I don't really care. It's just so weird that Muda has made this.
IRL worlds of Las Vegas. Now, the thing about all
Nicholas,
of this is Finney
goat.
actually wasn't completely innocent from antagonizing his attacker. Not saying that, you know, anytime any thing on YouTube is deserving
Dude, this guy's been dead for like 8 hours. Why are we publishing the results of our investigation? When did this guy die? The tweet I saw before the stream was like 11 hours earlier. People were posting it. Some people were saying 6 days, maybe. I don't know. But I guarantee it hit Mudahar's desk like literally 4 hours before or maybe like 6 hours before he posted this.
Of what had happened to him. But, you know, you look through the old live stream records and, you know, anytime you find these videos on SCF, which is the Sin City family, this is just constant A-logging, constant just, you know, videos on, you know, on this person. You know, he's just constantly going at him, right? SCF deletes streams using N-word, lies about it. So this guy is just constantly clipping this dude, you know, sharing this stuff around, and it's getting watched by like thousands of people. Like, this is just some micro warfare that's happening on the internet. And obviously all of this...
I said it earlier, but this is Jax Films versus Sniper Wolf. If Sniper Wolf was like 1/10 as powerful as fucking YouTube made her out to be.
Eventually culminated in the guy that he's calling out actually showing up and putting him down for good. But yeah, this beef, as you can see, was pretty long-standing. Literally, if you look into the live section, where, again, these people are out there streaming, and they're pretty popular on the streaming space.
Nick, my love, covering Muda now is going to be hot water later. I don't want you in the pot. I think I'm going to be okay. I don't think Mudahar is ever going to talk to me again, or about me again, or reference me in the future.
Too. Obviously, if you look at the For You section, because I'm looking into it, he's just exposing the Sin City guy. So it's just like long-standing internet beef. So ultimately, in the end, as I showed you earlier in that clip, Manny Wise comes in. Now, YouTube has since shut down Sin City's channel, which shouldn't become a...
Bro, he cuts back to the video again. And yeah, that's the shooter. Like, you could see him holding the gun and pulling the trigger. So yeah, that's the guy. The guy on the screen is the guy with who like pulled the gun out and shot.
A shock to anybody because, yeah, when you're allegedly, and I say allegedly because this person has not been tried in a court of law, when you're out there committing what allegedly are some pretty serious crimes like double homicide, Okay, YouTube's probably going to jump in.
Dude, what do you mean allegedly? It's on video. Like, sure, you don't see the guy hit the ground, but he's on the ground. You hear the gun fire. You see the guy pick up the gun and shoot it. What is alleged about this? Do you think you're going to get sued? How could it be any more clear what happened? Look, I'm the optics guy. That guy killed those people. Legal reasons? I don't know. Just in case he somehow gets skirts out of court. Fuck that shit. Dude, he's on fucking camera.
Serious crimes like double homicide. Okay, YouTube's probably going to jump in, and they don't just shut down your channel to delete the evidence. They shut down your channel, and then they probably work with local law enforcement to make sure that all the evidence that you ever gave this platform is provided right to them. So immediately I went to the good old Wayback Machine, and back from December 23rd, 2024, you can see that Sin City, or Manny Wise, on this channel has like 13,000...
But random shit can corrupt the case? If that's your worry and you think your YouTube video is going to impact a court case, why would you make one at all? Thank you for hitting the goal. I appreciate it. You guys have earned another goal. Like, I don't buy that.
Sitting still, he has no spine. Also, Nick, what happened yesterday? You owe your good buddies a 3 a.m. stream tears of joy. Also, I haven't seen you support the ADL once this stream. What's going on?
Dude, I'm sorry, the ADL hasn't put their money through.
Minds blown.
I need the ADL to process their check, and then I'll talk about them more.
Subscribers, so it's literally like a daily live streamer. The guy had like 179 people watching. All right, and again, they actually had a whole network of channels, okay? They had Sin City Family, Sin City Abel, Sin City Julie, Sin City Angel. Well, we can tell that there wasn't...
Did he say the same one twice?
Whole network of channels.
Oh no, Abel and Angel. Never mind.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
In this situation, the guy would just walk around and explore Las Vegas, and that would just be like the entire story over here, okay? But what had happened was, with enough internet beef and enough...
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5, my man.
You know, I was sitting here reflecting on this, going like, this is crazy. I'm going to LA for a YouTube convention literally next week. Like, that's fucking insane that this happened, and it's extremely weird. And then Mudahar is like, oh boy, brand new video. I can't believe someone got shot in the head. It's just such a weird, different philosophy here that I just can't possibly grasp.
Controversy between these two characters. It ended up with Manny Wise deciding to stop doing the rap game, which apparently Manny is, in fact, a rapper, or at least they used to. Unfortunately, because of the alleged crimes here, I can't really listen to anything over here, so, you know, the guy decides to allegedly
Dude, imagine they click on Manny's thing and it's like the fucking lyric. Damn, my girl got buns. I'm gonna shoot you with a gun or something like that. Oh. You click on it and it's just an immediate reference to murder in his hip hop songs, dude.
And
he's an alleged rapper, yeah. Did he say that? An alleged rapper?
The rap game, which apparently Manny is, in fact, a rapper, or at least they used to.
Dude, you understand? They have this guy so dead to rights. I wonder if Muda shows it. He was going around talking about hunting down the people that he shot. Allegedly. Like, they have him on fucking video talking about how he was going to go hunt them down. Let me see this. Where the fuck is Finasteride the legend? Let me grab him. Here, listen to this. This is him talking. I'm not going to show his face.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby. The fuck? I went through every fucking casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town. I was dying to see him. I'm fucking dying to see him. What are we doing, field bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. You better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told. Right? Somebody should have sent me my invite.
I mean, it's like extremely obvious what happened here.
Unfortunately, because of the alleged crimes here, I can't really listen to anything over here, so...
Who is that? That's the alleged shooter. It's the guy you could see in the video who holds the gun and pulls the trigger in the direction of the person who died. Is that good enough?
You know, the guy decides to allegedly go out and shoot 2 people. It's crazy shit. It's actually...
Oh, thank you. I really needed that. Thank you for the... Mudahar puts on screen, he goes, he's not gonna... I don't know if this is really... if I'm conveying this well. Let me put giant green text that says 2 innocent people in cold blood on the screen.
to allegedly...
Instead of just shooting it again and explaining it the way I want, I could put big-ass text covering my chin saying 2 innocent people.
Crimes here. I can't really listen to anything over here, so... You know, the guy decides to allegedly go out
Can I say something
and
to you, Nick?
shoot 2 people.
I really like you.
It's crazy
Why?
shit. It's actually the craziest thing that I've ever seen on the internet in quite a long time. Now, you may be wondering, but Muda, are the cops actually involved in this situation? Yes, the cops did actually get involved.
I miss when they used to just read articles, dude.
In fact, very quickly, because...
But I gotta be honest with you, this is every Oompaville Charlie video on any YouTube drama ever. This is like the same level of, like, care that's gone into the research.
It most definitely happened at the goddamn Bellagio, right? One of the biggest, like, populated areas on the Strip. Las Vegas Metro Police jump in, and they actually booked what appears to be a 41-year-old dumb fuck known as Manuel
Damn, dude, you really told him, bro.
Ruiz, who, yeah, just decided to surrender to the actual cops, okay? Like, he surrendered himself, and now he's facing a pretty lengthy time, if he's tried, and is guilty, in a goddamn...
This is so peculiar. If he's tried, if he's guilty, big green text, he might just get the death penalty. Is this slop? Yeah, this is actually slop. This is legitimate slop.
in prison cell. Now, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but what I've seen...
Willie, Finney and Manny were striking each other's videos. Manny, the shooter, had 2 strikes on his channel. Finney said Manny was mentally unwell and losing his channel and it would make him kill himself. Well, he was half right.
On camera, the dumbest, like, you know, it's crazy because I've covered stupid people like Johnny Somali, Vitali, and all these other
Dude, this is just like the time that I covered Johnny Somali.
stupid
Remember the time I covered Vitali?
IRL streamers and dumb fucks. But I've never seen somebody actually kill someone on camera.
X to doubt.
On YouTube.
Okay, never mind. Oh, never mind. Fair.
But I've never seen somebody actually kill someone on camera. On YouTube Live, of all places, right? Like, it almost
Maybe he's trauma bonding right now. That's what we're watching.
feels like this is something that I would have seen on, like, the dark web or some stupid shit like that. I would have seen it on, like, an obscure platform. But unfortunately, this is, like, the extent of what happens when, like, YouTube beef gets way too far. So when you're looking at, like, good old Manny... You know, he's probably looking at, you know...
Why does he keep calling him good? Dude, you look at good old Manny. His speech pattern is exactly the same for covering a fucking homicide or covering, like, an average day run-of-the-mill thing. It's so funny.
The idea of this being premeditated, because obviously this is something that's been brewing over, like, what appears to be a year? Yeah, no shit, it's a premeditated hit. At least that's what I think, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a
Wait, oh my god, dude, I can't. Everyone's telling me he thinks he's gonna get sued, bro. He's like, alleged shooting, alleged shooter, and he's like, this is obviously a premeditated murder. I don't, dude, 3/4 of the way through the video, the unedited shit video. Actually, I guess he tried to edit it. He just goes, yeah, dude, this is obviously a premeditated fucking murder. That's actually, he said that, in my opinion, it's obvious, yeah.
Obviously, if this is something that's been brewing over, like, what appears to be a year? Yeah, no shit, it's a premeditated hit.
No shit, it's a premeditated hit.
At least that's what I think, in my opinion. Again,
and then he caught himself, and he's like, oh, wait, I've said too much.
I'm not a goddamn lawyer. Then, of course, you've got, obviously, reckless endangerment, because...
I think he has to consult Carl's lawyer on this.
Yeah, no shit, it's a premeditated hit.
What's the name of the
At
guy
least that's what I think, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a goddamn lawyer. Then, of course, you've got, obviously...
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on this part, but it's like, I can't believe he's used allegedly, like, safely, legally throughout the entire video. And he's like, this is obviously a fucking premeditated hit, dude. I mean, that's just my opinion, of course. Like, a little bit of what he actually thinks leaked out just to, like, for a second there.
Reckless endangerment, because discharging a firearm in the public is clear and reckless, endangerment of everyone around you. And I would probably have to imagine, I would wager my left nut.
Dude, this is perfect. His camera turns blurry as shit. He's wagering his left nut.
Everyone around you. And I would
Wait, never discharge in public. I'd wager my left nut. There's no way this is on bar. There's no way he did that by accident.
Of course, you've got obviously reckless endangerment, because discharging a firearm in the public is clear and reckless, endangerment of everyone around you. And I would probably have to imagine, I would wager my left nut.
Can somebody catch me up on why Oreo doesn't get along with Muda? Actually, there's a crazy playlist called Mudahar related videos.
That the gun wasn't even, like, lawfully possessed. Because does Manny look like the kind of guy to get a goddamn, like, proper licensing?
Wait, what?
Probably have to, and reckless, endangerment of everyone around you. And I would probably have to imagine, I would wager my left nut that the gun wasn't even, like, lawfully possessed. Because
Okay, you can fight me on that last one. He's wagering his left nut that the guy was using an unregistered firearm after all the allegedly legal speak throughout the entire course of the video. Now am I being too fucking critical?
does Manny
Does he look like the type of guy who can get a gun? What?
look like the kind of guy to get a goddamn, like, proper licensing for his gun? I don't think so. You've probably got other things like...
what do you think, Manny's the type of guy to be in the new Grand Theft Auto Vice City game?
The murder charges, I mean, that's the biggest piece, right?
Notice there's no allegedly after that. He just doesn't look like the cat that can get a gun license in America.
Which is, again, a alleged double homicide.
What the fuck does that mean, dude? Okay, you guys were, like, grinding me into the dirt the whole time for being too hypercritical of him or whatever, but, like, that is the most insane claim here. We have on video this guy pointing a gun at somebody and pulling the trigger in his general direction, and 2 people were on the floor dead. Okay? That is something we know. He peppers that with allegedly, and he takes one look at the guy and goes, that guy would not be able to get a gun. It was obviously fucking... I would bet my testicle it was an unregistered firearm. Why? Because I assume the other guy called him crazy on YouTube, and he's putting a lot of leverage in that.
4,000 sub YouTuber, and unfortunately what appeared to be his wife. Like, everything that I've seen about...
What appeared to be his wife? Is that a legal ramification too? Or, chat, is it bad research?
These 2 people seem like they were okay, pretty nice individuals.
How would you know?
And Manny just couldn't take the internet
He's allegedly his wife.
banter, and Manny couldn't appear to at least take the fact that his copyright trolling wasn't...
He rushed to put up a video of 2 people getting fucking killed. Here. And again, I have no problem with that, but the video is bad. So it's ultimately way worse because the video is horrible.
Necessarily shutting down his biggest critics.
You know what? Back in the day, people hated when remember, who was it around the tube? No, not around the tube news. That was John Scream. Who was the guy who used to be an ambulance chaser who'd, like, bank off of YouTubers getting fucking killed? Everyone hated that guy. This is like a before they were gone type beat. It's weird.
There's a lot of people...
Not before they were gone. I'm not talking about him. Not Real Stream News either. I'm talking about the one guy who sat there and would, like... He blew up during COVID, but he was doing, like... I don't want to bring up the names of the people who are being killed. I don't want to bring them into this, but or who killed themselves, I guess. But it was like something TV. It was like the real stream, like the real TV or something. McCrudden, Matthew Santoro, Gloomtomb before. Now, I'm not thinking of before they were famous, but it was the
people that criticized me on the internet, and there's ranges. There's people that are like, I fucking hate you, Muda, but it is what it is, and I slightly dislike you, Muda, and none of those people have ever driven me to, like, ever considering, you know what, I'm gonna lock and load, and I'm just gonna head on over and just go to town. Like, I'm just gonna go squad wipe my biggest...
Okay, I need this clipped now, fucking now, dude. I need this clip. That is dude, that's a great dono sound.
Ever driven me to, like, ever considering, you know what, I'm gonna lock and load, and I'm just gonna head on over and just go to town. Like, I'm just gonna go squad wipe my biggest critics. No, actually, I saw it amongst the stupidest IRL Vegas live streamers.
Dude, he's gonna squad wipe his critics. Obviously, he's not going to, but that's a crazy way to work. Dude, Mudahar really said, let me put this in Fortnite terms, dude. So in Tomato Town.
One specifically that goes out of his way to just...
Like, I'm not pretending that I have never made, like, fucked up jokes or something about a serious topic. I think we all agree, though, this video is just off. There's something wrong here.
Straight up, allegedly...
Like, I'm not trying to act like I'm, like, the fucking goody two-shoes, and I would never do something quite like this. But, like, there's something seriously wrong here.
Shoot their, allegedly just shoot the people they're beefing with. Now it's funny.
Dude, shoot the people they're beefing with.
No, actually, I saw it amongst
it was Agenda Free TV. That's who I was thinking of. Agenda Free TV blew up during COVID, but before that, he was just kind of an ambulance chaser.
Stupidest IRL Vegas live streamers. One specifically that goes out of his way to just fucking straight up allegedly shoot their shoot the people they're beefing with. Now it's funny because you kind of look at Finney's channel and like 9 months ago he's just out there like exposing this guy, right? Chulo coming to the stage.
Dude, I can't. That cutaway is crazy. And just shoot him, dude. Now it is kind of funny that like
straight up allegedly shoot their allegedly just shoot the people they're beefing with. Now it's funny because you kind of look at Finney's channel and like 9 months ago he's just out there like
I think if Muda just looked in the replies to the tweet that posted this, he would have had a video that's 80% more accurate, but he's like 15% right now. Yeah, literally
exposing this guy, right? Chulo coming to the
who the fuck is rushing this though?
Stage to tell the truth on Hood. Now, there's also been talk that Manny may have potentially been a live stream scammer, which I think was kind of the catalyst.
Dude, why? Why would you? Oh no, it's an Arcade 1-Up. Oh god, dude, Arcade 1-Up is in the video. Fuck. Sorry, what was I saying?
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Wait, Finney's wearing a hat. Do you think he's named after Finastra?
That Manny may have potentially been a live stream scammer, which I think was kind of the catalyst for what
now Nick cares. Yeah, dude.
Really prompted Finney to basically become his biggest online enemy. Now again, to verify the validity, unfortunately, I don't really have access to...
Wait, why would you make this video on the first day and accuse him, like, and say, like, there were accusations of him being a scammer, but I'm way too fucking lazy to look into it. I don't really care. This guy's a 4K sub YouTuber versus a 50K sub YouTuber, and he's dead anyway, so, I mean, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, who cares?
List for what really prompted Finney to basically become his...
Why would you rush this video then if you couldn't do the basic search up? Like, the videos are all here. You can keyword search what you want if you really want to. That's why, dude, what did I say when I covered this hours ago briefly in the very big intro to the stream? The very, like, earliest part of the stream? I literally said I'm going to wait for, like, a video essayist to make a long video about this so we can figure it out. Because I'm interested in it, but it's, like, literally way too soon. And then while I was talking about this, Mudahar was filming. That's the crazy part. He was filming that video while I was telling you guys that there's not enough here to do a segment on right now. It's too soon.
Biggest online enemy. Now again, to verify the validity, unfortunately, I don't really have access to Manny's archive of content since YouTube's taken it down, and he wasn't a prominent YouTuber enough for me to really verify how valid a lot of these scams were. And I think the scams were really relegated around, like, maybe scamming super chat donations, which I think is pretty much what I kind of got out of it. But, yeah, you know, Finney was basically logging in.
Like, this is a worthless fucking video. He maybe did this. He allegedly did that. I don't really know for a matter of fact, and I can't really look it up. But anyways, this is what this is what the people are saying, man. So people are saying, man, dude, he got shot. What is this? Hold on, what is he putting on the screen?
It was his biggest, like, archiver, right? And let's just be real with you. This Manny guy just couldn't take it, and he does something stupid. He shoots two...
Dude, he's also trying to, like, extend the video, too. He's just repeating himself. Bro, he just couldn't take it. He just went and he just shot them. He shot them. He killed them. He shot them.
Let's just be real with you. This Manny guy just couldn't take it, and he does something stupid. He shoots two innocent people. No matter what kind of beef you have over the internet...
Wait, hold on.
I kind of got out of it. But, yeah, you know, Finney was basically logging in. He was his biggest, like, archiver, right? And let's just be real with you. This Manny guy just couldn't take it, and he does something stupid. He shoots two innocent people. No matter what kind of...
He forgot the allegedly. He included the clip, and he now forgot the allegedly this time. Now he just shot them.
If you have over the internet, you should never escalate it to the point...
Then why did I have to hear you say allegedly? You peppered allegedly 42 times, and you just said it.
That a gun is brought in and you take somebody's life. That's just very obvious. Now, of course, obviously, you know, look, at the end of the day, this should never have happened. It's an incredibly...
Wang in chat, Justin Wang, I bet that guy would have liked the opportunity to squat 2 plates. You fucking asshole. You fucking dick. I can't. I actually can't, bro. Holy shit. I actually fucking can't. Wow.
Insane level of petty beef that got, you know, a man and his wife killed over internet nonsense. Now, for Manny Sin City, all right, this is a guy that, you know, kind of had a good thing going. You know, he had a whole channel. He had, like, you know, the super chats rolling in. You know, and obviously, look, the
What did Manny have? Like, is he the guy with 4,000 or 50,000 subs?
more popular...
Well, he only knows about the super chats because he's accused of scamming super chats. Like, this guy has, like, fucking 3 words to go off of and stretch it to 12 minutes.
Channel. He had, like, you know, the super chats rolling in. You know, and obviously, look, the more popular you're going to get. Look, these guys were sitting at, like, tens of thousands of subscribers. I'm sure there's probably 2 or 3 comments that come in and, like, you'll probably end up getting, like, an A-logger or, like, a hater here and there. But, you know, I'm somebody that sits at, like, 3+ million subscribers. And I'll tell you right now, okay, I've had haters and, like, people since my channel has begun.
Is he going to talk about how he's not going to mow people down in Fortnite again?
Okay? And sometimes it can get to you, right? Like, we're all goddamn humans. But, you know, it should never get to the point that you actually act out in homicide, okay? Because thankfully, at least for Sin City Manny, you know, even though that he's killed 2 people, I really hope the legal system puts him away behind bars. Probably, I think, for life at this point, because...
I actually don't know what Mudahar thinks. I have no idea what Mudahar thinks here.
This is a double homicide. So since...
Dude, I actually have no idea why this video exists. This is one of the worst videos I've ever seen.
You know, even though that he's killed 2 people, I really hope the legal system puts him away behind bars. Probably, I think, for life.
Even though he's killed 2 people, I hope the legal system puts him behind bars. Can you just phone it in anymore and make any more shit?
I really hope the legal system puts him away behind bars. Probably, I think, for life at this point, because...
Hot take, he should maybe allegedly, potentially go to jail, and maybe the legal system could, like, play a role in that.
The legal system puts him away behind bars. Probably, I think, for life at this point, because...
Is this meant to be a bit? No. Two people were allegedly shot and killed, and, like, this Manny guy maybe should allegedly, hypothetically, go to jail.
The goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Is this video still about the Switch? Yeah, dude, it's exactly, yeah.
This is a double homicide. So Sin City, instead of exploring the streets of Las Venturas and enjoying the oyster bars and the caviar and all that bullshit you can do out in fucking Vegas, he is now going to be spending the rest of his life with a bunch of heart-piping men in prison that are probably going to take a whole chunk out of his sweet little ass. And, you know...
What the fuck? What the fuck is he so excited for him to get raped? What's going on? What? What the fuck? I can't. What is happening? This guy is gonna... Dude, he's so happy he's gonna get raped. I can't. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Why did he end this on a rape joke?
Caviar and all that bullshit you can do out in fucking Vegas. He is now going to be spending the rest of his life with a bunch of heart-piping men in prison that are probably going to take a whole chunk out of his sweet little ass. And, you know...
Holy shit, dude. I have no idea what to believe anymore. I don't know what to do. I actually have no idea what... Dude, when I tell you something has snuck into Mudahar's blood. I don't know what happened, but something has corrupted him from the inside out. I don't know if it's anime or he's got Linux, like, fever or something. I don't know what happened, but I swear to God he wasn't this worthless 6 months ago. Or I guess a little longer now. He was not this fucking worthless, pathetic wretch just like a year ago. Something happened to him. Something otherworldly has corrupted his soul.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
He's got the
Nicholas
Sonic
DeOrio.
flu, the
Apples
Sonichu
appreciated
flu.
the shout out.
It's just so embarrassing that I've ever interacted with this guy. Everything he does embarrasses me.
Instead of exploring the streets of Las Venturas and enjoying the oyster bars and the caviar and all that bullshit you can do out in fucking Vegas, he is now going to be spending the rest of his life with a bunch of heart-piping men in prison that are probably going to take a whole chunk out of his sweet little ass. And, I've seen how tall this guy is. Okay, he's not going to last him.
Nicholas!
Whoa!
The goat.
Dude, he just
Thank you
keeps
for the
fucking
$5,
going.
my man.
He just keeps going. He's not tall enough, dude. He's gonna get raped to death.
Out of his sweet little ass. And, I've seen how tall this guy is. Okay, he's not going to last in there, that's for sure. But, yeah, it's a pretty tragic case of YouTube beef gone incredibly
Nicholas!
wrong.
The goat.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
honestly,
$5, my
I'm
man.
blown away. I really am. This is insane. There's just no
I agree.
way to sugarcoat it. This is like something they're going to be talking about in the true crime circuit down the road.
I just saw
But me,
Keffel's
I'm still
tweet
trying to process
on
exactly
Nicholas
what I saw
DeOrio.
on
Apples
YouTube
appreciated
Live.
the shout
I
out.
can't wait for the apology video. This guy's gonna film the apology video, get on a flight, and fly to California, and it's gonna be the most awkward interaction if I see him.
Crazy shit.
Holy shit, dude. Maybe I should be careful. He's talking about squad wiping teammates. I might see this guy next week. I just want to say I meant no disrespect when I said... He's already apologized. He's already apologized. I just want to clarify that I meant no disrespect when I said I was blown away. It's just a common phrase for me when I'm overwhelmed. This guy sucks, dude. This guy fucking sucks so much. I'm not using it for a clever joke here. What the fuck, dude? We watch regularly would know. This is so weird. This is peculiar. Filing false copyright strikes should shut down your channel. YouTube fed into this nonsense. Oh, it's also going to start a whole dialogue tree about people who don't understand copyright. Let me use this opportunity that people are obviously going to watch this fucking video because I'm talking about fucking Mudahar in it. And I just want to point out that you guys have no fucking idea about anything related to copyright. Everything YouTubers have told you for like the last decade is full of lies and fear-mongering and bullshit. I saw this comment today from a guy named Stuart the Irish Stew or something.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
I want to just
on
point this out
Nicholas
to you.
DeOrio.
Apples
I
appreciated
tweeted
the
out
shout out.
because when I first saw this, the first thing I did was tweet a YouTuber and his wife are dead, and they're saying it's over a copyright dispute. What the fuck? I got quote tweeted by this Stewart guy, and he goes, "It was a matter of time before this happened. You literally have to dox yourself to a person who claims that you're disputing." Whose claim you're disputing. This ought to trigger a change from YouTube. YouTube cannot change this. People have been saying the YouTube copyright system is bad or whatever, or it's like fucked up, or it needs to be changed. YouTube's system is probably, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and tell you the truth, at this point it's probably as pro content creator as it could possibly be. Is it perfect? No. Am I talking about claims and shit? No. I'm talking about filing and fucking submitting a counter notification to a DMCA. You have to give this information.
Nicholas! The goat.
Because it is what is required. It's not up to YouTube. YouTube doesn't select what you do. The reason why you have to give your information in a counter notification is because you're filing a legal fucking notice back to them. And the only way that it can progress, or it gets fucking thrown into the wind, is they have to sue you. So they have to give your information to the person because you're filing some legal shit. That's not YouTube saying, I want to dox this guy, or I need this guy to post his address or something because I want this guy to get harassed. If you file a counter notification, it's a legal thing. That they have to provide this information. That person then has to sue you, or it goes the other way, and the video gets reinstated and the claim is released. That's like the pathway here. So YouTube's system can't be improved unless you write your local congressman and they change the laws or whatever, or how this is actually done. YouTube has been like fear mongering that there's like a huge copyright problem, and in some cases there actually are, but it has nothing to do with like submitting and appealing DMCA notices. For the most part, as long as the person doesn't sue you, and if you're confident that they won't, most people just file the counter notification and get away with it, though that's not legal advice, and I don't recommend doing that in every case. But yeah, call up Oki. Go watch my debate with Oki's Weird Stories. Like, I had no idea what he was talking about. And that's not the case. So I explained it here. I said, that's not YouTube's policy. They can't change inputs. It's a legal takedown notice. The fields are required. YouTube's copyright system is as good as it could possibly be under the circumstances. This has consistently been one of the most fear-mongered things for years. Nobody actually knows why Google collects this data and shares it. But it's one of those things that YouTubers just lie about. YouTubers oftentimes, for like a half a decade, conflated copyright claims and strikes, even though they have completely different impacts on the channels. Another one that people don't understand unless they're like educated on it, or they're YouTubes themselves. People don't realize there's a difference between a community guideline strike and a copyright strike, and they don't know they're two entirely separate entities with like different punishments, and the fact that they're not related to the same 3 strikes and stuff like that. And I urge you to look that up in your spare time, because the way people describe this stuff, they use these terms interchangeably. It leads to a lot of misinformation among viewers. But yeah. Oh, didn't they? Yeah, sorry. I was getting to that too. And then the warning is also different. It's all like, there is so much shit going on in the back end, and YouTube just fearmongers because they want your money when things go bad, when they necessarily don't potentially need it, or they do need it, but they don't themselves, like, because they don't want to explain it in graphic detail, because then people are less inclined to help become knowledgeable on it. I want to just pull this up really fast. Where is Mudahar's video that he made going why he was quitting drama?
Hello,
Has that
guys
been
and gals.
deleted? I don't remember which one it was. I want to go back to this right now, addressing the controversy. What is this?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We got a pretty serious controversy.
No, it's the Mutahar virus. It was probably it was way longer ago. I want to hear what he had to say. Billy Mitchell won the lawsuit. Jesus. Reddit's in a really bad spot. YouTube might take this video down. Ad blockers. Is it down? The Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, it's the Metal Gear Solid 2 video? Is that what it is? No, where's the one where he disavowed, like, the Keffels video? Was it his Max response? Did he make a Max response? No, that wasn't on this thing either.
Going beyond, about a couple months ago, I made a video where but the fact, a lot tougher to actually for something why I took a hiatus a week and a half ago. See, I talk about taking accountability, and one of the accountability things that I want to take is making video titled Post Next Clarity about a week and a half ago, where, again, I took a matter that I probably should have handled over a phone call privately, and I made it a whole public thing for about, a few hours, and it's one of those things that I should have handled, again, privately, talking to Nux, somebody I worked with for years. Now, this was all in relation to a collaboration we did on his channel about, 2021, 2020 at this point. And it was one where, again, I had received a lot of comments on a Reddit and, again, various other social medias. And it's something that brewed for a few months. And it caused me to make a pretty bad decision on my channel, which is upload a 39-minute video, which I would say...
No, that's not the one. There's one in here. Well, I guess, did he talk about slop
going
in this?
Beyond what's real and what isn't in terms of virus. To, again, have been saying for months now, but obviously when you get caught up in, like, the whole content drama mill, you do get lost in the sauce.
Oh my god, dude! But now listen to this in current day, what we just saw here.
Kind of stuff that I want to make going into the future. I wrote this, and yeah, that's pretty much what it comes out to. So ultimately, things have pretty much been resolved, and I don't really think that there's any point addressing this going on into the future. For the people that have basically not wanting to watch me because of it, I hope I can earn that view back. For the people that want to give me a second chance, I really appreciate it. And I want this video to be an example of the kind of stuff that I want.
It's interesting, because when he actually does something that gets him a controversy, he sticks it in a random Metal Gear Solid video instead of titling it accordingly. But when he buys a Nintendo Switch 2, it gets a dedicated video.
Want to make going
I think he's like in a different room here. By the way, look at the way he organizes his fucking video games. That would drive me through a wall. This is a crazy person's house.
The future. I read a lot of comments from people diehard in the community, people who want more deep web stuff. Maybe make it a weekly thing, which I've been saying for months now, but obviously when you get caught up in, like, the whole content drama mill, you do get lost in the sauce. So I want to bring that back weekly. Maybe not this week because, you know, this video just came out. But, you know, maybe cover things like virus investigations. Obviously, you know, go back to Linux stuff, which there is a lot to talk about there. Gaming.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go back to Linux gaming. I don't want to do drama anymore. But I don't remember. There was a whole video he did where he's like, this Keffels video is like ridiculous or whatever. I don't want to cover stuff like this anymore. Is it this?
Or simply talkers, basically.
Well, not ridiculous. He didn't call it ridiculous, but he was like, I keep seeing JD Vance's face everywhere. No. Reddit's in a really bad spot. I clicked on that one. Maybe he took it down. Billy Mitchell won the lawsuit.
2000 and
he deleted it. Are you sure? Nick Andros. It's the same room as his usual setup. He's sitting behind the desk that's typically behind him. Jesus Christ. Wait, Nick, you're literally the Mudahar guy. Did he delete the video that I'm looking for? You know exactly which one I'm talking about, I imagine. Because you're literally the Mudahar investigator. And do you have it? Because I need to watch this right now. I was gonna end stream soon. I don't want to end stream anymore. I want to watch this. Apparently there's a soundboard update, but I'm trying to find something right now. Let me hit it. New soundboard.
Hello.
Not that one. I gotta change that. The thing always goes off. Also, why isn't it letting me use the soundboard? I don't know. I can check that later. Let me see. I know I covered it, so it's at least in my playlist. I'll get the title. Yes, he did. It's called While Keffels is... No, the Keffels video isn't the one I'm looking for. It's the video about the Keffels video that I'm looking for. And I don't know if it's been archived. I mean, it's on my channel. I can link it to you of me watching it. But where's the Mudahar related video playlist? There it is. Mudahar related video. Mudahar is spineless 3 months ago. Which one was it?
a week and a half ago.
You know, watching like
guys, I don't think he's playing you. It's oh yeah, it's Mudahar. Some things have to change. Is this like gone? Okay, here it is. This is the video that I was trying to post the whole time. He made this 3 months ago. It's on the channel. We've already watched it. I'm going to watch it at 125 right now. But I need you to see this and then see the Switch video that we watched the other day. And then also the fucking video that we just watched right now.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and I'm playing Yakuza Infinite Wealth. There's a lot of games here that I'm recording, and boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about something that's got to happen. It's not to do with this game. Some things have got to change. Now, recently I made a video in regards to a politician doing a crypto...
Oh, it was because he was going to make a video on Elon Musk, or was it the Donald Trump one?
Or at least being part of it.
Trump.
And I removed that video not because of something that I've disagreed with, not because of some retraction, not because I'm getting sued in any capacity. Trust me, I would enjoy a lawsuit after all this time.
Oh, guys, he wants a lawsuit. He's itching for one, actually, in fact.
I've been waiting, prepping for it. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Lawsuits are not fun, but you get the idea. Now, the thing about all of this is, obviously, you know, in the last couple weeks, I've noticed that, you know, a lot of these topics, especially when it comes to, you know, big-time politicians, this has got to change. And I really am somebody that, you know, from the beginning of this channel is not somebody that is politically adept. Obviously, you know that I admit...
Dude, he has done nothing but, like, get involved with... He's calling into political streams to talk about Gaza now, isn't he? He debated fucking Vadim about Israel. This guy is such a fraud, bro.
And I say that I really don't know what I'm talking to when it comes about, you know, politics. And the few times that I do talk about it, like very recently, probably when it came to like the US and Canada, that's from the perspective of somebody...
Dude, he pulled Vadim aside and he's like, huh, well, what do you think about Israel? Or what do you think about Israel? What do you think about Israel? What do you
that is kind of knee-deep in that, so I believe that's kind of a fair
Yeah, dude, compare that to when he's screaming like, this matters! People are dying, Vadim! Where's that clip, dude? Like, at least I tell you I don't care about, like, the fucking foreign conflict. Dude, he's, like, grandstanding about it. Now. Where is this? Here. People are dying!
The pro-Palestinian stuff?
Where was...
Before I
People are systemically dying, when people are dying outright constantly, and there is just a death toll that keeps piling up, when there is a October 7th or a 9/11, as some people say, every single day in that region, I don't take that lightly. So what do we do going forward? That's my goal. That's where I want to reach with the discourse, because I don't think arguing like this about
Bro,
it,
this is Mudahar 10 days ago.
and these people and turning Ethan Klein into like the lightning rod for this whole situation is the answer at all.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm dying. Where's he screaming?
This is serious, okay?
I know it's serious. There's people dying. This is not a game to me, okay? There are children, there are men, there are women dying. That is a serious case to me. I don't hear any solutions from your side.
I'm sorry, Muda, what was your position on this?
Politics. And the few times that I do talk about it, like very recently, I'm somebody that, from the beginning of this channel is not somebody that is politically adept. Obviously, you know that I admit, and I say that I really don't know what I'm talking to when it comes about, politics. And the few
there's like 2.5 months separating these clips, by the way.
That I do talk about it, like very recently, probably when it came to like the US and Canada, that's from the perspective
of, this is why I hate Mudahar.
Somebody that is kind of knee deep in that. So I believe that's kind of a fair exception to the rule.
How does Hutch have over 800,000 subs? Because I know Hutch is a COD YouTuber, because I'm old.
I usually tend to stay away from things like internet politics or things like real world
He has done nothing but internet politics for like the last month. It's so hard to watch.
Because I always consider my channel to be an escapist route, right? Like, as somebody that likes to come home from work to do YouTube as a hobby, I like to leave the problems of the real world behind and just come to my internet little fantasy land, okay?
Wasn't he pushed into it by Noah? No, he wasn't pushed into it by Noah. And I'll go against the fucking grain on this one. Because you know who else is in that thumbnail? Turkey Tom. You know how many interviews Turkey Tom has done about the fucking Gaza conflict? 0. You know how much shit Turkey Tom is getting for being involved in Noah's video? 0. He chose to do this stuff. And I don't know why. I'm in that video. You know how much shit I've gotten for that? 0. I'm not in the thumbnail. Tom is.
Where I can talk about video games, cybersecurity and all that goofy stuff.
He didn't have to get involved with the Noah Samson lawsuit. He could have just kept making his YouTube videos and shut the fuck up. Because that sounds like, from what's happening here, it sounds like what he wanted to do, based off of what I got from this video.
Shenanigans that
you got some though. I got some because I'm outspoken and I'm fighting in a billion different ways. I didn't get any shit from Noah. None. 0.
Right? For me, talking about, retro video games, the industry, talking about things like, massive cybersecurity incidents, when North Korea is doing some crazy shit, intermixed with Johnny Somali being a total fucking idiot in Japan.
Why does he keep bringing up Johnny Somali? Dude, this Johnny Somali thing is clearly his favorite topic he's ever covered. That's just so weird that both videos bring it up.
Which, that's going to be a video, by the way, not him, just Japan. They're getting tired of IRL streamers. It's actually insane to go down that rabbit hole recently.
And again, he's like, I don't want to cover drama, guys, but I can't wait to cover Johnny Somali, because that's not drama, okay? Johnny Somali terrorizing Japan, that's not influencer drama, chat. That's like terrorism. But by the way, terrorism is politics, so it's not terrorism, but it's not drama.
Anyways, point being, I made a video in regards to, a Argentinian president, the Argentinian president doing a crypto rug, being a part of a crypto...
Not even Trump, not even Elon. It's a fucking Argentinian president. He was too afraid to make it.
Rug, so to speak. And the thing about it is, these videos do really well.
Korea, not Japan. I apologize for my racism.
As somebody that witnesses the content, somebody that loves the engagement, right? Like, I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content creation.
Like, how do you go from this guy, like, I don't want to cover politics, I don't want to do drama anymore, to, like, I'm an on-the-ground journalist giving, like, a news update on a homicide, covering a YouTube drama conflict.
Is reading the comments.
And being Mr. fucking, the children are dying right now in fucking Israel-Palestine.
Sections of what a video has to offer. The problem with covering videos like that is, generally speaking, when it comes to highly politicized figures, people like, Trump or Elon Musk or really anybody in this space.
It's actually vandalism, not terrorism. Thank you, Joke Police. I was tying it back.
I would go far as to say even videos on character.
He tries to justify every time he covers drama as why it's different. Yeah, but his fans enable him to do that. The ones who haven't flipped have literally just continued to enable it. They get mad at you if you try to call him out. Ask Chud. Go ask Chud Logic what he thinks about this, because he is constantly fucking scrutinized by the rogue Muda fans that show up in his stream chat saying he's over fucking doing it, when this guy is literally a fraud.
Like Keffels, for instance.
Oh, here. This is where he walks back the Keffels thing. Well, not walks it back, but says it's not even worth making a video on. Again, Keffels had, taken $100,000 that could have gone to, other transgender-related GoFundMes in a community that's, reliant on charitable endeavors, because these people need money to get out of bad areas, to get away from fucking abusive situations, to get types of surgeries, to get access to medical gear and stuff, and fucking hormones and shit. The trans community is literally built off of fucking crowdfunding, especially in today's climate, in the position that they're in, because their fucking leftist friends and family betrayed them in the last election and chose not to vote. So Keffels goes and fucking farms a bunch of money for a lawsuit that, in my opinion, she never actually fucking intended on following up on. She was also related to, the distribution of pretty sketchy fucking, I guess she was related to it. I don't remember the exact details, so I'm not gonna fucking ice myself in the stream, but related to, hormones and stuff. There's a whole bunch of shit with Keffels, extremely abhorrent behavior, and Mudahar made a really solid video going over leaks and stuff that pretty much definitively proved that she was a huge piece of shit, right? Now, Mutahar is saying it's not worth covering because it's too much politics, bro. It's too much politics.
Really politicized figures.
DIY, yeah, DIY shit.
People like, Trump or Elon Musk or really anybody in the
with lolly on the... I remember the lolly on the boxes. That was definitely a point of contention.
The space. I would go far as to say even videos on characters like Keffels, for instance. It makes the comment section completely useless. It really makes engaging with the content effectively the hardest thing to do. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you talk about somebody who does a crypto scam, right? You can bring up all the facts and the evidence and whatnot, but generally speaking, the topic of highly politicized figures, it ends up being a pissing match. It ends up turning...
He's scared of his YouTube comment section to the point where he would just not make this content anymore.
Comment sections into a turf war. Remember on deep web browsing, I would just say, hey, I don't want my comment section turning into a turf war when I come to a rather unsavory looking website, which, on the topic of deep web browsing, enjoy it tomorrow. I had to wait and edit the video out a little bit because I spoke to God. Long story there, which you'll get to see very soon. When you cover, topics that, are highly, I guess you could say controversial, or, topics like politics, where unfortunately the discussion of it has become almost like a team sports type of deal, where, you're either left, right, you're either for, against. Nobody really in this sphere wants to engage properly with the content. Even with, political content, right? Researching a video that I've now scrapped. For anybody that wanted to know what the video was, it was doge.gov. A federal government website apparently, quote-unquote, getting hacked. It was all over the news, and being somebody that talks about cybersecurity, I felt, yeah, this is up my wheelhouse. I don't engage with it in a politics...
So there's a fucking rug pull, and he's not going to cover it because it's politically related. He doesn't want to make a fucking video criticizing Elon Musk.
I don't really care, because, again, I'm a
This guy's apologizing for a video he never published.
Canadian, not a fucking American, not really my neck of the woods. But, I wanted to talk about it because people were saying there was a serious hack. And I actually filmed the video. I went through showing what the hack was, which, by the way, was some real script kiddie nonsense, so to speak. And I thought it would be a funny, goofy video. But honestly, seeing the last few weeks when it comes to political content and just, talking about a political creator, as a side tangent almost, tangentially related to the main topic. Nobody engages with the main topic. They always just turn...
Dude, he doesn't want to... You have to understand how crazy this is. He doesn't want to talk about politics as a sideshow 3 months ago, whenever the fuck this was uploaded.
Comment section,
February.
Massive, complete pissing match. And I know for core audiences that watch, that's not something that I think you want to see. That's not something I want to see. And as
I
somebody,
see you writing that it's because of Nux Taku. I don't think it's because of Nux Taku. I think that Mudahar is a spineless fucking flip-flopper. I think the best comparison for Mudahar, and I said it last week and I'll say it again, he's Boogie 2988 before Boogie went crazy. Back when the worst thing about Boogie was that he was a fucking insufferable fence sitter who didn't give a shit about anything he was talking about. I think that this guy just gets locked in on drama and just fucking flips by the way of whatever his chat. I think he's a chat slave. And I think he's a flip-flopper.
That, produces content for my core audience first, it's not a route that I
You
think
could have
is
milked
worth
that
going down.
so much harder. Big content.
I like when he says,
strategy
but
problems here.
Muda,
I'll help you
in a
maximize
funny
your money,
voice,
right?
yeah.
I like
And
it when
that's
Muda says, but Muda, in funny voice though sad face.
Realistically,
Thank you.
Where the crux of this video is. That's really what has to change. I've noticed this happen with, characters like Keffels, for instance, where, a year ago, actually a year ago, I talked about this character and I basically looked at the misuse of, $100,000. And in this entire story, it really felt like nobody really wanted to even engage with the scam part of it. It really just became a culture war topic.
So it's just not worth covering the scam part because because I have to talk about trans people.
Keffels is a trans person, and that became...
If you guys don't know, Mudahar used a thumbnail of Keffels from a fucking artist who apparently was transphobic on Kiwi Farms, and that was the biggest takeaway from the entire video. People like Denim swept up for it.
The focal point of it. So really, after all of it, it just made me realize it's not worth talking about certain issues like this because nobody wants to engage with the fact that there was misuse of funds. It really just comes down to, hey, we have an enemy, this guy made a video, let's use it as ammunition, yada.
That's just crazy to me. It's not worth It's not worth talking about a scam because I have to cover a trans person and it's divisive.
Yada yada.
Let him get away with it. Guys, listen, all right? If you want to get away with being a fucking scammer doing a rug pull, I said this the last time I covered it, I'll say it again. All you got to do is take some estrogen. Mudahar let you off the hook. If you take some estrogen and you commit a fucking rug pull, it's not worth the politics. He'll just let you get away with it.
So forth. And that's, in my opinion, not good. It's not good content to really be getting into. It's not really worth going down that road because the engagement for that isn't really centered around the actual discussion on the video topic itself. Which, again, when it comes to things like crypto scams, I like talking about crypto scams and whatnot. But the thing is, you can do a bunch of research into it, and the reality is, Does your
natural estrogen count? No. Okay, listen. If you have natural estrogen, you need to take testosterone. If you take a certain amount of testosterone for a woman or a biological woman, that's all you need, okay? And then Mudahar will let you off the hook.
People that ignore the entire meat of the video, which is researching into a crypto scam, and will find some way to excuse somebody that they've idolized in some cult-like fashion. And it's weird. It really is weird to see. Like talking about Doge.gov, how many people in that video will actually engage with it because of the hack itself?
Who fucking cares? Who gives a fuck what your YouTube comment section has to say about it? Like, what does their opinion matter? Oh, a bunch of people who don't watch your content are going to storm your chat? It's like iDubbbzyan right now. This is what iDubbbz said. It's literally straight out of his playbook.
And then how much of the comment section is going to be just people arguing about what side is right and what side isn't. As a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video. Because I'm somebody that likes lurking internet forums and just...
Okay, that's a fucking lie. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life, dude. Dude, no YouTuber thinks this.
What side is right and what side isn't. As a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see
Nicholas,
1,000 comments
the
on a
goat.
video.
There's not a single YouTuber on planet Earth that goes, oh boy, I can't wait to read 1,000 YouTube comments on my daily shitter OBS video. Bro, nobody reads the fucking comment section that much. If they are, it's fucking morbid curiosity. This guy doesn't want to operate on Twitter, but he reads his YouTube comment section? Are you fucking kidding me?
I really like
this guy's a total head case.
Because I'm somebody that likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day. And then the comment sections aren't even really about, the topic, the meat and potatoes. It's just about defending a guy who is the topic of the video, or...
And he's not even getting mad over criticism. He's getting mad that people in an Elon Musk video will talk about whether they like Elon Musk or hate Elon Musk. That's what he's worried about right now. He's worried about people having a discussion that's not related to the topic.
Tangentially related, or...
So he's just like, I won't cover the scam because too many people will talk off topic in my YouTube comment section. So I don't want to cover politics or drama anymore, and I want to make Linux videos.
Shitting on the guy. That's all it is.
He doesn't like Twitter, uses Reddit. Like, there's a million reasons why this video sucks.
So realistically, that is what I really feel like has to be changed. And there's a whole lot of other slew of content that I have in the works that I'm making anyways. Obviously, you know, when it comes to the gaming industry, Xbox is something that I definitely want to talk about. And I've got some really interesting things to say, in my opinion, over there that involve Xbox, virtual machines.
Please tell me how excited you are for the Switch 2.
And a way for them to actually get out of some serious sales problems that they've had. I want to talk about, you know, agencies like North Korea. Crypto stuff is...
Dude, that's my favorite shit ever. Guys, I'm not going to cover politics anymore, but I really want to talk about North Korea.
Not something that I'm going...
You know why? Because North Korea is like a universally safe subject to talk about in the same fucking sector.
To ignore. But
everybody hates fucking North Korea.
I'd rather just, instead of talking about, you know, fun things, in my opinion, like a president doing or being a part of a rug pull, or at least promoting it, to talking about something like, you know, North Korea, which it really feels like if you want to have discussions on topics like this, the people you have to talk about must be unanimously like...
Oh, okay, thank you for saying it out loud. I appreciate it. I was just trying to speculate, but I'm glad you just said it.
On topics like this, the people you have to talk about must be unanimously like the most disliked people in the world. You know, it's funny, you can talk about crypto, and the moment you talk about somebody like Trump or whatever, it becomes a highly politicized topic. The moment you talk about Logan Paul, everyone suddenly gives a shit about what you have to say with cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies.
It's because you're a chat slave and a coward, and you're cringe.
Ladies and gentlemen, just the world in of itself. And I really think it's just how things have kind of gotten. Like, looking at political...
He would apologize when he sees the tankies go into his comment section. Bro, he apologized to Nux Taku. Okay? That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Content on the internet. One of the weirdest things that I've seen in research for...
This guy was texting me about how cool it was. Well, how many lolicons were entering his comment section, but saying, like, we gotta do what we gotta do. And then the next day, he went, apologized, and ghosted me. He's a total fraud.
The Doge.gov video was like...
He did? Yeah, he fucking did.
You know, seeing a whole bunch of, like, political creators talk about Elon getting, like, a girl pregnant or something. And I'm like, man, if this is, like, it really felt like, you know, watching, like, you know, the National Enquirer, like the tabloid journalism pages you saw when you're, like, checking out from the grocery store where the gum is put. They have, like, the little magazines.
He should have had me write the post-Nux clarity. Nick, you probably could have wrote... Actually, Nick, I think you were the one who made the video that was sent to Mudahar. The most fucking, like, buck-breaking Mudahar thing is that when he was making the Nux Taku video and he was asking for input on it, that he approached me with, by the way, I had alerted him about how Nux Taku had the video up defending Zero, the Smash content creator, and it was horrible. And I sent him a timestamp and a quote. And he's like, wow, this is bad. I don't know if I'm going to put this in this video, but thank you for, like, letting me know. The next day he goes or whatever, or a day or whatever, a couple days pass, and he's already apologized to Nux Taku. I think within 24 hours, that video was silently privated and removed from Nux's channel, and it's just gone now. Without any comment, without any correction. I had tipped off Mudahar privately, and he used that as an opportunity to, like, tip Nux off and have him private the video. Or, I guess, urge him to private the video without any public statement.
They're like, hey, Martha Stewart just got impregnated by Bigfoot. We have photos of the kid, right? It's like, bro, the most insane batshit nonsense. It just exists as, like, culture war, warfare fodder. And it's not something I really want to engage with content going forward. So this video that I'm speaking from the heart here is mostly for the actual core viewership. And yeah, it is what it is. I think the core audience doesn't enjoy it, and I certainly don't enjoy watching, you know, entire videos with research and effort put into it completely thrown to the wayside, and the actual engagement with it.
Well, it's lucky that the majority of your content isn't fucking well researched. occasionally you do deep dives. And again, I don't want to cover any drama. I don't want to cover any hot button political issues and stuff like that. Oh, well, what's Mudahar been working on as of late? Well, okay, we've got the Internal Affairs iDubbbz video.
I realized that the paperwork could be a lot. Yeah, Ian thought that just because he put in more fighters on the
going through the whole YouTube
behavior,
drama.
he talked about the force of good that was the Twitch politics community, allegedly, commented on Ethan's coverage of Israel and their current genocide of the Palestinian people. And look, I'm not a political expert, so I'm just going to keep my foot out of this. There's a lot of scholars, experts in the field.
Wait, what? He's going to keep his foot out of this? Was this before or after he started fucking performatively screaming about the fucking dead Palestinian children? I can't keep up with the bullshit. Was this before or after the dead Palestinian children grandstanding? That was 11 days ago. That was the 29th. This video was released on the 3rd. So he says this after he says this.
I know it's serious. There's people dying. This is not a game to me, okay? There are children, there are men, there are women dying. That is a serious case to me.
So he says this, and then he says this.
Commented on Ethan's coverage of Israel and their current genocide of the Palestinian people. And look, I'm not a political expert, so I'm just going to keep my foot out of this. There's a lot of scholars, experts in the field, definitely not just on the internet here. You can hear men, there are women dying. That is a serious case to me. I don't hear any solutions from your side.
If you want to talk to me, because you're just taking a really, compared to the bullshit that you put out on the internet, the sort of
what is the most popular Palestinian faction that says from the river to the sea? What is the most popular faction that says that? Tell me. Scholars, and look, I'm not a political expert, so I'm just going to keep my foot out of this. There's a lot of scholars, experts in the field. What is the most popular faction in the Middle East, in Palestine, that says from the river to the sea?
About this shit when I am like...
No. If you should have a basic understanding, I'm a fucking computer engineer, you gotta still know, what is the most popular faction in Palestine that says from the river to the sea? Tell me
we're done. We're done.
Definitely not just on the internet here. A lot of good books you can read, a lot of experts you can look at, a lot of organizations you can go to. Is the most popular?
I told you.
What is the most popular faction?
Asshole.
It's one. It's a simple answer. Okay, we're going down a name calling. Great. Okay, I'm the asshole, but I'm asking you a simple question. What is? I mean, just looking at what Amnesty International is saying, you can get truly informed opinions, not the opinions of my dumbass. Okay, so I just want to just separate this right here.
Because I told you, I went into this, you idiot.
Bro, do you not know the most basic answer?
I went into this saying that
I don't know, this isn't a point to laser focus on. Yeah, I mean, if you have brain damage, maybe that's the issue. This is literally the point to focus on. The guy's a total fucking fraud. He constantly double talks and does the exact opposite thing in a significant fashion from what he says just mere days prior. He's liquid. He's got no opinion on anything. The wind will blow and Mudahar's entire life story will change. It is absolutely the most important thing to focus on.
Now, all of a sudden, Creator Clash had the attachment of one of the most hot-button political issues of our current modern era to it. And again, for a brand that's all about positivity, inclusiveness, and just raising money for charities, the last thing
I've had more interesting conversations with generative AI than sitting and watching a fucking Mudahar video. Generative AI has honestly more personality and a more like cohesive through line for opinions. I think the AI that gave Mama Max legal advice is probably better than like the average Mudahar video. I think some versions of Grok are probably more intelligent. But yeah, anyways, I think that's the end of the segment. Like, share, and subscribe.